This is Theo Goodman from dgenbet.com. Gonna go over the next UFC Fight Night 108. Night before is Bellator if you cannot wait, but we're not gonna go over that right now. We're gonna cover UFC Fight Night 108 Swanson against Lobov right now. And why in the world a Russian Hammer call out Cub Swanson? I don't really understand that. Cub Swanson should destroy him, and I think he'll do it in the distance. The skills don't match up anywhere. Cub Swanson is excellent standing, speed, technique, has good ground game, good takedown defense. Yeah, sure, Lobov, he can hit hard. He has showed that he does know how to use leg kicks if needed, but I don't think he's ever fought anyone like Cub Swanson, and I don't think he has a chance. I don't even know why this is the main event. But anyway, going into just the odds straight up, not much. You only get 1.13 on Cub Swanson. I'm going to go with the under 3.5 rounds for 1.65 over at 5 dimes. Do line shopping. Actually, there is some 167s popping up on what book you like to use. Also check out Nitrogen, see what line they've got on that now. All right, the next one, which is much more interesting than the main event, in my opinion, is Alaquinta against Diego Sanchez. Diego Sanchez. He's a heavy dog here. Bet I'm not going to bet on the winner. I'm going to bet on the rounds again. Going over 2.5 rounds, 1.67. I think this is going to be a nice battle, back and forth. Probably Diego Sanchez tries to use some of his wrestling, which in some of his fights has really worked to his advantage. And as long as he doesn't get pulled into a brawl, it doesn't matter. I still think this thing could go over 2.5. I like this one, and I'm going to go with the over 2.5 rounds. I think this probably even is a 3-round battle to the end. All right, and the next fight that I like for betting, I'm going to go down to the women's division. We've got Daniel Taylor against Jessica Pena. Yeah, Pena is like a noodle, and someone told me recently betting on Jessica Pena is like betting on a noodle to win. I get it, but I'm going to still go with Jessica Pena. It's just a weird. Daniela Taylor has power, but she's, Pena is kind of tall, and she's got a 7-inch reach advantage, and she's 5 inches taller. What does that mean? Well, Danielle Taylor has to win by KO. I do not see Danielle Taylor outpointing Jessica Pena just because of the distance, more or less. And she could knock out Danielle Taylor. I mean, after Jessica Pena got beat up by Johanna and beat up by Andrade, those were pretty brutal beat ups. She got her face rearranged there, but still, I think Jessica Pena's striking, although it's not great, it's going to be good enough to throw a jab out there, keep her at distance, maybe mix in some kicks. This goes to the ground. I think Pena has the advantage too. Also, keep in mind, if Taylor does get in close and it gets into a clinch, which might be something that Pena wants to do if Taylor keeps trying to close the distance, there directly to the head when you're 5 inches taller. So I'm just going to go with Jessica Pena here. It's not one that I love, but I'm going to put something on it anyway. So yeah, I think you get 1.7 now over at 5 dimes. Not bad. 7.7, 7.5, depending on the book. I'm going to go for that. And the next one is also in the women's division. Alexis Davis against Cindy Dandois. And I don't know why Dandois is such a dog here. 3.25. Alexius Davis, 1.38. Yeah, definitely Davis is a legit striker. She has had some tough losses, though. She does have good jiu-jitsu as well. So UFC cannot get pictures up of people that they sign. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, um, Cindy Danois coming from Invicta. She's got, good amount of wins. The thing is that she does look slightly awkward standing. Cindy Denois comes from a judo background, really tuck her chin very well, looks a little bit zombie-like when standing. But what I do like in her fights is that she knows what she has to do. She knows what she does best, and that is to get the fight in the clinch and then to the ground or even do a double leg. She has learned how to do a double leg. So unlike some other judo practitioners that we might know, she has more than one takedown. She does not only depend on the judo throw, she's got trips, and she will do a wrestling takedown mixed in, and she's probably going to need to do that. She's not going to want to stand with Alexis Davis, who striking, but I still think Dandois is definitely a live dog here to get a submission or just to get a decision. And she could just lay on top of her. Dandois is, once she is on top of you, it's going to be on top of Davis. It's going to be bad news. She goes through the positions one by one, no rush. Ground and pound to move the position. She'll go for ground. She'll go for ground and pound. She will go for submissions. Always attacking. You don't want her on top of you. Sure, Alexis Davis is going to want that, but at 3.25, this is really sticking out here as a nice bet. So I'm going to go Cindy Dandois, 3.25 as a nice underdog bet for this card. All right, that's it for this card. DGenBet.com for all your degenerate sports betting. So check us out at telegram.me/sportsbet. Subscribe, give me comments, thumbs up.